In today's video, I am going to take up divisibility rules for all the numbers from 1 to 50, and also we are going to derive the method for finding rules for any prime number. So let us start the video. First of all, for 1 is a very sweet number which is divisible by every number. Then let us take up 2. Divisibility rule of 2 is that last digit must be 0, 2, 4, 6 or 8. Let us take up an example. Say 468 ends in 8. So yes, it is divisible. 317 does not end in 0, 2, 4, 6, 8. So it is not divisible by 2. Let us take up divisibility rule of 3. I want to be quick with these initial divisibility rules. If sum of all the digits is divisible by 3, then the complete number is divisible by 3. Let's take up one example. Say 6, 2, 1, 3, 4, 1, 2, 1. Now let us add up all the digits. I have 6, 2, 8 and 1, 9, 3, 12 and 4, 16 and 4, 20. So since 20 is not divisible by 3, so this complete number is also not divisible by 3. Alright, but here is a short trick which you can use. The short trick is that just do not add the numbers which are adding to any multiple of 3 or 3 itself. Say here don't add 6, 2 plus 1 is 3, cancel it out, then 3, then 4 you can add, 4 plus 1 is 5, 5 and 1 are 6, you leave it, we are left only with 2. So since 2 is not divisible by 3, the complete number, this complete number is not divisible by 3. For divisibility rule of 4, last 2 digits must be divisible by 4. Last 2 digits must be divisible by 4. For example, say 128. Yes, it is divisible by 4. Let's take up a bigger number, 561784. Now last 2 digits are divisible by 4. So yes, the complete number is divisible by 4 and so on. Let's go on to 5. For divisibility rule of 5, the last digit must be 0 or 5. If the last digit is either 0 or 5, then the complete number is divisible by 5. This is very simple. Say 400 is divisible by 5, 985 is divisible by 5, 217 is not divisible by 5. Let's go to 6. For any composite number, factorize into comfortable factors for which rules are known. Alright, for example, if we factorize 6 as 2 and 3, so the number which is divisible by 2 as well as by 3, the complete number is divisible by 6. Let's go to 7. Now 7 is a prime number and I will tell you a special rule for all the prime numbers. These are also available in short sections. All the prime numbers up to 50 I have covered in the shorts sections. If you are short of time, please check shorts. Otherwise, this is detailed video. And later on in the video, I will tell you the rule to derive it also. For 7, subtract 2 times the last digit. Just subtract 2 times the last digit from the remaining number. Let me take up an example, 5005. 2 times the last digit, that is 10. Subtract 10 from 500. I am left with 490. Clearly 490 is divisible by 7. So complete number is divisible by 7. Alright, I hope you get it. I will cover it up again at the end. The rule how I have derived that whether to add or subtract and how many times. See, there are two things. Do we have to add or subtract and how many times? So these two things I will cover up with the logic. Let's come to divisibility rule of 8. Now for 8, last 3 digits should be divisible. If last 3 digits are divisible by 8, then the complete number is divisible by 8. Alright, let us take up an example. Say I am taking up 2, 1, 3, 6, 4, 2, 8. Quite a bigger number, isn't it? But last 3 digits here, they are not divisible by it. 8 5s are 40, then 2, 28 is not divisible. So the complete number is not divisible. And if I take the example 5 1 7 2 6 8 2 4, now I don't have to see what is there in the beginning. Only last 3 digits are to be seen. Yes, they are divisible by it, hence the complete number is divisible by 8. Here let's have another trick. Whatever powers of 2 we have, say 2 raised to power 1 is 2. So divisibility rule of 2 will be that last digit should be divisible by 2. Right? For 2 raised to power 2 is 4. So the divisibility rule is that last 2 digits should be divisible by 4. 2 raised to power 3 is 8. So divisibility rule is that last 3 digits should be divisible by 8. And similarly for 16, last 4 digits should be divisible, and for 32, last 5 digits must be divisible by 32. So this is a common rule I have told you, right? For the divisibility rule of 9. Again, it is same like 3. Add up all the digits. If result is divisible by 9, then complete number is divisible by 9. Let me take up a number. Say 6, 1, 3, 2, 4, 1, 7, 5, 9, 0, 2, 3. I have taken up an arbitrary number, a random number. Let us add up all the digits, and directly I am going to apply the short trick. 6 and 3, 9. I will not add up. 2, 1, 3, 4, 7. 7 and 1, 8 and 7, 15. Then 15 plus 5 is 29. I will not add up. 22 and 3, 25. 25. So it is not divisible by 9. Right? You may also do like this. 5, 5, 3, 8 and 1, 9. You may not add them. 7 plus 2, 9. You may not add up. Then I am left with 6. It's not divisible by 9. So the complete number is not divisible by 9. And for the divisibility rule of 10, you know that simply it should end in 0. Then it is divisible by 10. For example, 50, 60 and so on. 5. Let us go to divisibility rule of 11. Again, it is a prime number. So you subtract last digit from the remaining number. Now so let us have an example. Say 693. So we simply have to subtract the last digit from the remaining one. I am left with 66. Now since it is divisible by 11, the complete answer is divisible by 11. This complete number is divisible by 11. So this remainder should be either 0 or multiple of the given number. Alright, and we may even repeat the process if we want. If you take up a higher number, you can try it out. Let's go on to 12. Again 12, you may divide it into 4 and 3. So if the number is divisible by 4 as well as 3, the complete number is divisible by 12. Now let's come to 13. So we add 4 times the last digit to the remaining number. And if the result is divisible by 13, then the complete number is divisible by 13. Let's take up an example. Say 1014. We have to add 4 times the last digit. So add 4 times, that is 16 to 101, which is 117. So you know that 13 into 9 is 117. So yes, it is divisible. But in case you don't know the tables, which you should actually know, then you may repeat the process. 4 times the last digit, that is 28. Add to this, I am having 39. Now this is 13 into 3, so you should know it. So this was the rule for 13. For 14, of course, you divide it into 2 and 7. If it is divisible by 2 as well as 7, the complete number is divisible. For 15, divide it as 3 and 5. If it is divisible by 3 as well as 5. For 16, I have already told you, last 4 digits, if they are divisible, the complete number is divisible. Let us come to 17. Divisibility rule for 17. For 17, you will subtract 5 times the last digit. After the rule of 17, I will take up the general method so that you are easily able to get it in the later numbers. You are able to apply it. Subtract 5 times the last digit from the remaining one. Say, let me take up an example. Say 1071 is the example. So 5 times the last digit is 5 and I will subtract it. I get 102. Though 17 into 6 is 102. But if you do not know the tables, then again repeat the process. 5 times the last digit, that is 10, and the answer is 0. And I told you if the answer is 0 or multiple, then the complete number is divisible by 17. Now I think now you must be wanting that I should tell you the rule as to how do we decide, especially in the case of prime numbers. Because in the case of prime numbers, we don't have the choice to break them into smaller factors, right? So the rule to derive divisibility rules is very simple. It says find the nearest multiple of the number. It is more working on prime, it can be applied to the other numbers also. But for other numbers, we have easier rules. Ending in 1 or 9. Find the nearest multiple ending in 1 or 9. If it ends in 1, we subtract. If it ends in 9, we add. See, there are two things. Like in 13, we added. In 17, we subtracted. So there are two things. Firstly, whether we have to add or subtract. This is the first thing we should know. And then what to add or subtract. That is the multiplier. These are the two things, okay? So I think you are clear about what to add, whether to add or subtract. Find the nearest multiple ending in 1 or 9. If it is ending in 1, then we subtract. If it ends in 9, then we have to add. You may take the other one also, but if you are taking the multiple which is ending in 1, you subtract. If you are taking the multiple ending in 9, you add. For example, in the case of 7, we can do both ways. I will give you example. Now, let x is the multiplier. Let x is a number. What in place of what we have x? कि हमें किससे multiply करना है? With what we have to multiply. So, what is the multiplier? In case of subtraction, the leading digit itself is the multiplier. And if we are adding, in case of 9, then leading digit plus 1 is the multiplier. Okay, leading digit. For example, in case of 17, the nearest multiple of 17 is what? The nearest multiple of 17 is which ends in 1 or 9 is 51. Right? So 1 tells us that we have to subtract and 5 tells us that we have to subtract 5 times the last digit. Very simple, isn't it? Very simple. So for 18, again divided into 2 and 9. If it is divisible by 2 as well as 9, it is divisible. For 20, it's very easy, 2 and 10, or you may go in for 5 and 4 as well. For 21, it is 3 and 7. Now you may also apply the same rule which we have just done, that since it itself is ending in 1, so if you subtract 2 times the last digit, you will also get the working rule, but this is easier. For 22, you may divide it as 11 and 2. Now come to 23. Now you will derive with me the working rule for 23 for the divisibility. Alright. Let us first find out the nearest multiple of 23. Now nearest multiple is, I have done it in the shorts, but I haven't told the rules there because there is limitation of time. Nearest multiple of 23 is 69. It is ending in 9. So we have to add. Okay, we have to add. How many times? The multiplier is 1 plus the leading digit. Add 7 times. So now you don't have to remember. You can just work it out anytime, right? So you have to add 7 times the unit digit. Let me take up an example. Say the example is 1403. So add 7 times the last digit. In all of them, I have taken an example which is actually divisible. So 7 3s are 21. Just add it up. I get 161. Now, you may repeat the process. Again 7 times. I add 23. So clearly 23 is divisible by 23. So yes, the complete number is divisible by 23. Then for 24, 8 into 3 can be taken for 24. For 25, last 2 digits should be divisible by 25. Last 2 digits be divisible by 25. That will be the working rule for divisibility of 25. For 26, apply the rule for 2 and 13. For 27, again apply this rule which we have just learnt. Nearest multiple, what is the nearest multiple of 27 is? Ending in 1 or 9. Nearest multiple is 81. So subtract 8 times the last digit. Subtract 8 times the last digit for the working rule of 27. Right? Say, let us take up 729. So 8 times the last digit is 8 9s are 72. The answer is 0. So yes, the complete number is divisible by 27. Alright. For 28, you may take up the divisibility rules of 4 and 7. For 29, let's work it out now. I think now you can work it out. Let's first revise till here before we proceed for 29. First of all, it was 7. Nearest multiple is 21. So multiplier will be 2. And whether you will add or subtract, this I have not written here. Add or subtract. Now since it is 1, you will subtract 2 times. Alright. Example I have already taken is 5005. You can work it out. Subtract 2 times, that is 10. 490, yes, it is divisible. After 7, let me take up 11. The nearest multiple is 11 itself, and since it is 1, we will subtract 1 times. Multiplier is 1 time. And since I have already done, I am not taking up examples here. Then let us take up 13. Nearest multiple is 39, and since it is 9, we shall add. And how many times we shall add? 1 plus. That is 4 times. 4 times the number I have to add. Say 1014 is the example I have taken previously. Add 4 times, that is 16. So 117, yes, it is divisible. So I am not taking up example again. Okay. Let us take up 17. Nearest multiple is 51. Since it is a 1, we shall subtract. And the same number, multiplier will be 5 times. I am not taking example here. Say 19. Nearest multiple is 19 itself. Okay. And here it is, we have to add because it is 9. And a multiplier will be 1 more. So 2 times you have to add. Alright. After this, let us take up 23. Nearest multiple is 69. So 9 tells us that we have to add. And how many times? 7 times. After this, let us take up 29. And this is where we left in the video. So after 29, I shall take up example as well. For 29, nearest multiple is 29 itself, isn't it? It is 29 itself. So firstly, we shall add. Now you can derive it with me. Firstly, we shall add. Secondly, how much times? 3 times. 1 plus. When we have to add, multiplier is 1 plus. When we have to subtract, multiplier is same. So add 3 times. Let me take up the example. Say 1972 is the example. Add 3 times here. I get 203. Again add 3 times. I get 29. So yes, it is divisible. Right? So this was 29. Now I have already discussed there. What we have to do? Add 3 times. I am not repeating. For 30, check out for 3 and 10. And for 31, again come to the table. You will derive with me for 31. Derive it with me for 31. It's already a multiple of 31. 31 is already a multiple which is ending in 1. So simply, firstly you have to subtract because 1 is at the end. And how many times? 3 times. You have to subtract 3 times. Okay. Let me take an example over here. So for 31, you will subtract 3 times the last digit and say the example is say 1674. Subtract 3 times. 12, 155. You may repeat the procedure. 15 times, I get 0. So yes, it is divisible by 31. Alright. Now for 32, you may take up the working rule for 16 into 2 or you may take for 4 into 8. For 33, you will take for 3 into 11. For 34, you will take 2 into 17. For 35, you may take for 5 into 7. And for 36, you can just apply the rule for 4 and 9. If it is divisible by 4 as well as 9, it is divisible by 36. Let us take up for 37. Again, come here. Now, let us find the nearest multiple which is ending in 1 or 9. So, 111 is the nearest multiple which ends in 1. Okay. So, first this thing tells us that we have to subtract. And how many times? 11 times. So, you can now derive the rule for any number, especially for prime numbers. Right? And let's take up an example. Say the example is 1554. Subtract 11 times. That is 44. We have to subtract. It is 111 and we have just seen that it is multiple. Right? Or you may repeat the process if you want to. Then after this, 38 is again 19 into 2. right? For 38 you can use 19 into 2. For 39 you can use 19 into 3. And 40 is very simple. You can always do 40. 2 and 20. You may apply your 5 and 8. You may apply the rule for 5 and 8. This is easier. For 2 and 20. For 20 again you will have to go on for 4 and 5. So for 41, let us come to 41. Let us come to the table for 41. You derive with me. It is already a multiple of 41 is already ending in 1. So we shall subtract. How many times? 4 times. We shall subtract 4 times. Okay? Let us take an example. Say I have the example as, let me take an example over here. So 41, we shall subtract 4 times, and example that I am taking up is 1517, subtract 28. Now it is a multiple of 41 into 3. So yes, the complete number is divisible by 41. Right? For 42, you may apply the rules for 6 and 7, right? Or 21 and 2. Then come to 43. Again, it is a prime. So derive it. Derive it with me. Let us find out the nearest multiple. Nearest multiple is 129, which is ending in 9. So 13 times we shall add. Firstly, we shall add. And how many times? 13 times. So what is the working rule for 43? Add 13 times. Now I hope you are not confused with, ma'am, sometimes you are adding, sometimes you are subtracting, and what to add, what to subtract. I think you are clear for it absolutely after watching this video. So add 13 times. Let me take up an example, say 1591. Adding 13 times 1 is 13, which gives me 172. You may again add 13 times, that is 26, and I get 43. So yes, it is divisible. Say for 44, you can apply for 4 and 11. For 45, you may apply for 5 and 9. For 46, you may apply for 2 and 23. For 47, let's again work it out. 47, let us again work it out in the table. Right? 47, the nearest multiplier is, say multiple is 41. So, we shall subtract. And how much we shall subtract? 14 times. 14 times is what we shall subtract. Let me take up an example. Say 1081. So 14 times I subtract, 14 ones are 14. If I subtract, I get 94, and clearly 47 into 2 is 94. So yes, the complete number is divisible by 47. Right? So what was the rule? That you have to subtract 14 times. Alright? Then come to 48, you may apply the rule for 8 and 6. Right? For 49, again you may apply the same rule. It is ending in 9. So just add 5 times. Add 5 times the last digit, and for 50 you may apply the rule of 5 and 10. Alright? Now here there is one more interesting thing. All the numbers, say, which are ending in 1, you can have a common rule for them. Say all the numbers 11, 31, 41, 61, 71, especially I am taking up primes. So commonly for them, just subtract this much times the last digit. Here subtract last digit, subtract 3 times the last digit. You have to subtract the same number. Here subtract 4 times the last digit. Here subtract 6 times the last digit. Subtract 7 times the last digit, and so on. And all the numbers which are ending in 9, say 19, 29, 59, 79, just add. Add one more than this. Add 2 times the last digit. Add 3 times the last digit. Add 6 times the last digit. Add 8 times the last digit, and so on. So I really hope that this video was a one-stop solution for all your divisibility rules, and now you can find out the working rule for any prime number, especially beyond 50. Say for 71, you know you have to add or subtract. You have to subtract how many times? 7 times the last digit, right? So this is how you can work out. I hope you like the video. If you like the video, please share, subscribe and comment, which will give me motivation. Thank you so much.